All right. So get ready, because today we are going to deep dive into startup storytelling.
Yeah, this should be good.
You sent over some really interesting stuff about, how important storytelling is for founders, especially, these days with AI and everything.
Right.
And we've got some pretty cool insights, I think, to share from Krishna Kumar,
Yes.
the CEO of GreenPepper Plus AI.
Very interesting guy.
He's not just a tech guy, though. He's also a founder and an author.
Yeah, he's got a really interesting background.
And he even runs this generative AI research collective.
Yeah, so, clearly a fascinating guy, I think.
Definitely.
And what's really interesting is this idea that, Kumar argues that while the last decade was all about, technical founders,
Right.
the next decade belongs to the storytellers.
Okay, so how can you harness the power of story to make your startup stand out?
Well, Kumar starts by pointing out something, pretty fundamental.
Okay.
Our brains are wired for stories, not, spreadsheets.
Interesting.
Think about it. You might analyze the specs of a new gadget or something. But what really makes you click buy now is the story of how it will make your life easier or more fun or more,
I think
we connect with narratives, not just data points.
Okay, so it's not just about building cool tech. It's about building, a compelling narrative around it.
Exactly. And Kumar actually outlines 15 different types of stories that founders can use.
15?
Yeah, 15.
Wow.
You've got the classic origin story, of course.
Yeah.
But he also talks about, problem solution narratives,
Right.
customer success stories,
Uh-huh.
even data-driven impact stories.
15 different types.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Can you give me a taste of, a couple that might be, particularly useful?
So take the Eureka story, for example.
Okay.
This is where you highlight the aha moment
Right.
that sparked, the creation of your company.
I
It's all about, capturing that initial flash of inspiration and making the listener feel like they were right there with you, when that light bulb went off.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
It's about, bringing people into that exciting moment of discovery.
Right. And then you've got the, the classic David versus Goliath story,
Yeah.
which is perfect for startups challenging the status quo.
Right.
You position yourself as the underdog,
Uh-huh.
taking on a much larger competitor,
Okay.
and, people can't help but root for the little guy, right?
It taps into that, innate desire we all have to see the underdog succeed.
Exactly. And these are just two examples.
Wow.
Kumar really emphasizes that, you don't need a big budget marketing agency if you can master the art of storytelling.
It's like having a secret weapon, right?
Absolutely.
Like a superpower that levels the playing field.
Totally.
Okay, so we've got, all these different types of stories we can tell.
Right.
But what are some, common pitfalls we should avoid?
Well, one big mistake that Kumar sees is founders, getting too caught up in their tech.
Okay.
And they kind of forget about the people they're trying to reach. It's like they're so excited about, all the nuts and bolts that they forget to show how it actually makes a difference in someone's life.
So instead of, geeking out about the latest NLP algorithm in our AI.
Right. Instead, we should be talking about, Lisa, who now has 2 extra hours in her day because of it.
I see.
You're instantly connecting with the listener by showing how the technology directly benefits them.
Right.
And speaking of NLP, we should probably clarify that it stands for natural language processing.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Which is basically how AI understands and interacts with, human language.
Yeah, we want to make sure everyone listening is on the same page here.
Right.
So painting a picture of how someone's life is improved, not just listing features, that's key.
That's exactly it. And Kumar gives a great example of a writer struggling with writer's block. Instead of focusing on, the AI's algorithms and everything, the story highlights how this writer, found success thanks to AI-powered suggestions.
Right.
It's relatable, it shows the technology's power in a human-centric way, and, it even tugs at the heartstrings a bit.
Yeah. There's that emotional element. Again, we don't always think of tech as being, emotionally driven, but it seems crucial for making a real impact.
Absolutely. People remember how you made them feel long after they've forgotten, the specifics of what you said.
Right.
Think about a powerful movie or something.
Yeah.
You might not remember every plot point,
Right.
but you remember how it made you feel.
So how do we bring that feeling into, something like AI for healthcare?
Well, imagine this. Instead of talking about the complexities of the algorithm,
Right.
you share a story about how the AI helped diagnose a rare illness, and ultimately save someone's life.
I see.
Suddenly, it's not just about lines of code, it's about the very real human impact.
Wow. Yeah, that's a powerful shift in perspective.
Yeah,
It makes the technology feel so much more tangible and, meaningful.
for sure.
But let's be honest, AI can still feel pretty intimidating to a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
How do we make it less sci-fi movie and more helpful friend?
Well, Kumar's advice is to keep your story firmly focused on the people whose lives are being changed by the technology,
Right.
not the technology itself.
Right.
He actually uses this analogy of Yoda and Luke Skywalker.
Interesting.
Your product isn't the hero.
Oh, yeah.
Your customer is.
Got it.
Your AI is simply the wise guide like Yoda
Oh.
helping the protagonist,
Right.
which is your customer, achieve their goals.
Okay.
Right?
I love that.
Yeah.
It completely changes the dynamic. So instead of saying our AI is amazing, it's more about saying,
It's more about saying, we understand your struggles, and our AI can be your talent-finding sidekick, helping you navigate, that overwhelming world of resumes. You're acknowledging the listener's pain points and positioning your AI as a solution.
okay, I'm starting to see how this all works, but, storytelling can feel a bit abstract sometimes.
Sure.
Any practical tips on actually, crafting these narratives?
Yeah, Kumar is a big believer in vivid imagery and analogies.
Okay.
Remember, stories are visual.
Right.
So instead of overwhelming your audience with technical jargon, try comparing your AI to, like a digital chef's assistant. That perfectly preps all the ingredients for success, allowing the user, the chef in this scenario, to, create their culinary masterpiece.
So instead of saying, our AI optimizes workflows, you could say,
Imagine walking into a room of 50 potential customers and knowing exactly which 5 are ready to buy.
oh, wow.
Our AI makes that room real.
Yeah, I see the difference.
Right.
It's like we're moving beyond just, explaining what the technology does
Yeah.
and actually engaging the listener's imagination.
Exactly. But remember, storytelling isn't just about, appealing to emotions. It's also about showcasing value.
You're right. So how do we weave that in effectively?
Yeah, Kumar suggests, a little bit of FOMO,
Go ahead.
that fear of missing out, can go a long way.
Yeah.
Highlight how others are already benefiting from your AI.
Right.
Think about how you'd feel seeing your competitors getting ahead because they're using, this tech.
Oh, I see.
Maybe companies using your AI have seen like a 20% increase in customer retention rates or something.
So instead of simply saying our AI is groundbreaking, it's more about,
Showing it.
okay,
Share data-driven stories and user testimonials that demonstrate, the tangible before and after effects of using your AI. Let the results speak for themselves.
that makes a lot of sense. It's about backing up your claims with real-world evidence, not just hype.
Absolutely. And Kumar loves using metaphors to drive this point home.
Okay.
For example, he suggests framing a financial AI as like a co-pilot that helps the user navigate turbulent financial markets
I see.
so they can focus on reaching their goals.
I love that metaphors really are powerful tools for making complex ideas.
Yeah.
Click.
Totally. And they make the technology more relatable and less intimidating.
It feels like we've covered so much ground already, but I'm eager to hear more.
Yeah, for sure.
What else does Kumar have in store for us?
Well, he reminds us that people don't just want products, they want to be better versions of themselves.
Ooh.
Oh,
I like where this is going.
yeah.
So instead of simply focusing on utility like our AI schedules your calendar,
Right. Instead, we need to frame it in terms of aspirations.
so it could say,
Our AI helps you become the person who never misses an opportunity.
oh, I like that.
You're appealing to that deep desire for self-improvement and achievement.
Yeah, it's like the AI becomes a partner in personal growth,
Yeah,
not just a tool.
exactly. And this ties back to, Simon Sinek's famous start with why idea.
Oh, yeah.
People buy into why you do what you do, not just what you do.
Right.
So begin your story with the deeper purpose behind your AI.
Okay.
Then connect it to how your AI empowers users to achieve their goals.
Okay, so instead of leading with, our AI automates tasks, we might start with,
You might start with, we believe that no one should lose precious hours to mundane tasks. That's why our AI exists, to give people back their time so they can focus on what truly matters.
Yeah, it's way more compelling.
Right.
Okay, so we're starting with the why,
Right.
painting a picture of how the AI improves lives
Yeah.
and using powerful metaphors. Anything else we should keep in mind?
Well, Kumar is a big advocate for real customer stories.
Okay,
Let your users become the storytellers.
I see.
Share the experiences of people like Alex,
Okay,
an entrepreneur whose business thrived thanks to your AI.
so instead of just saying our AI helps businesses grow, we
Tell
can...
Alex a story.
Uh-huh.
Highlight the challenges they faced, how your AI helped